This week we're doing Chowin Down chili, vegetarian. Ooh, yeah, baby.
First, you want to go in your pantry and get some canned tomatoes and then realize you don't have much more. You want 2 onions, some bell peppers, some celery, and some green onions. And then you got to go to the car.
Next, you got to go to the store and realize you forgot a bunch of ingredients.
So once you get to the store, you got to get some jalapenos, some cilantro. You're going to go to the can area, get some corn. That's optional. Some chili seasoning, or you can do it yourself. Some canned beans. That's the secret. Red kidney beans. And you can do chickpeas, or you can do mixed beans.
All right, now you got all your groceries. You can get back home and actually start cooking.
All right, so let's recap. You need some beans, some canned tomatoes, some corn, some kidney beans, 2 onions, jalapeno, green onion, cilantro, celery, bell peppers.
First things first, you're going to wash your peppers and you're going to cut them. I've got a cool way to cut peppers. I just learned this. You can cut down here, and then you just kind of peel away and you leave the middle intact so you don't have to cut the middle. Actually, bell pepper, onions, and celery in Cajun cuisine are called the Holy Trinity in there. You can cut them, as small or as big as you want, but you want to be able to taste them. So I cut them in, they're about this size. All right, so there's all your primary veggies. Now the optional part is to add a jalapeno. Now I add that on my own at the end because I've got a toddler and he can't handle it. But feel free to add this. You can add it with seeds if you want to heat, or by itself. So these are our garnishes. All right, let's get this going. Now you can use an Instant Pot or a pot, doesn't matter. We're gonna put a saute first, and if you're using Instant Pot, you actually can use the bean/chili when it's done. You wanna get some olive oil in there. I just eyeball it, okay? This chili turns out so good. People are like, damn, Ryan, you can cook. And I'm like, you know it. And then they're like, do you want anything? This is a Wendy's. Once it says cooking, you can just plop these bad boys in. And the only thing I add to this is salt and pepper. You see, the key to a good chili is you don't add the seasoning until after it's been cooking a bit in the Instant Pot because it'll burn to the bottom. If you're using a traditional pot, you can add it sort of at the start, but you want to add your seasoning sort of near the end and then give it a stir, add it, and then let it sit for a bit. Chili's best in the morning, actually, the day after.
Forget to add garlic, and you put it all in and you sweat that vegetable down. Sweat, sweat, sweat.
When they're done sweating, you can deglaze the pan with just a little bit of red wine. And then it's time to add this. You're going to drain the beans, these beans, and these beans, and leave the juices in those beans if you're using them, and the tomato, and you're going to use a little bit of the paste. And if you're using corn, I know it's not for everyone, but you can drain that too. Whoop. Whoop. Put in your tomatoes. You want to add about 2 spoonfuls or about half the tin of tomato paste. And here, all you're going to add is a little more salt and pepper and anything you want that won't stick to the bottom because this is a heavy chili seasoning. Anytime you add your own seasoning, you don't want it to burn on the bottom, especially if you're using Instant Pot. Everyone's got their sacred chili recipe. I'll give you a hint. Some of mine has onion powder, and another secret ingredient, obviously there's cumin, is I like to add some Cajun. It doesn't look like there's a lot of water in here right now, but when it starts cooking, trust me, wait till you see it. There's enough liquid in the beans and the tomatoes to to give this a nice, healthy stew-like consistency. Now we play the waiting game. Alright, so it's good, so now we can add the seasoning. You can add any one you want. If it's a bigger chili, you can have both, or you can do what I do and add the secret ingredients. Moment of truth. Ooh. Yeah, baby. There we are. So like I said, it tastes better even after you let it sit. But you can eat this right now if you want, and I'm going to taste it for you guys. Now, this is vegan, but you can add, sour cream and cheese, whatever you want. I like to do sour cream, some green onions, some jalapeno, some cilantro.
Mmm, smells good.
Oh, chili! And now the moment of truth. We try Ryan's vegetarian, almost vegan chili. Hot! It'll even be better tomorrow. A lot of fresh veggies, nice spices. It's a great meal to warm you up. It's also great as a dip for nachos. Ryan's Chowin' Down chili. Check it out. I mean, I love chili, but there's one downside. You often end up here. So for my chili, I give it a 9 out of 10. This is Ryan cooking and chowing down. Thanks for watching Chowing Down Cooking Edition. If you had fun, you should check out my Facebook page for all my comedy. It's called Comedy at HENDRYS and Beyond, where we're doing all the shows, including these coming up right now.
What about shows like Comedy at the Moose, May 13th in Hamilton? Tickets? Ryan at ryansim.ca. This summer comedy series at Nickelbrook Brewery. Visit nickelbrookcomedy.eventbrite.com for tickets. And finally, Comedy at the Patio at Ward 4 in Hamilton. Check out Ward 4